All right. So if people are not minimizing, denying, they know that there's problems starting. And the biggest wake up call for me was when I made a major mistake at work in billing and I lost the company a fair chunk of money. All right. Because I was so exhausted and tired, I'd missed the
Mhm.
policy change that they had done. All right. And so, it was a legitimate mistake. I didn't lose my job, but I got a letter on my file. But that really was the wake up call when I missed a critical error because I was no longer functioning the way I needed to at work. I was just so exhausted. So I stepped back from work at that point.
So there are some people whose symptoms aren't overly visible to them. Uh, and what are some ways people can actually immediately figure out that they need to stop, even those who don't think they need to stop? So I think that question is for those of us who think that we can just keep on going like the Energizer Bunny. So what are some of the little subtle things that we generally miss? Because I know there are headaches and things like that, but those aren't subtle. But what are
Yeah.
some of the subtle things that will make us say that we should say, okay, I need to stop before this grows?
Well, if you're snapping more at people, all
Okay.
right, especially your loved ones, all right, how come you're snapping? Why aren't you relaxed and chilled and rolling with the punches kind of thing? Not physical punches, but life, relational.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big one. Is I know when I'm stressed, I tend to snap more at people. Watch how you're driving. Are you becoming? Is some rage showing? I'm not saying you're, one of those crazy drivers out there, but if your language is betraying you verbally and what you're saying, you might want to look at that. Now, here's another great indicator: is the inner critic. Is it increasing? If
Ah,
it's increasing, that's a sign of stress. That's actually one of the signs of stress is the inner critic, or doing the Mad Hatter thing, and zoning out on the cell phone, or Facebook or whatever for hours on end, or TV. That is a sign of stress. Those are those low level ones
mhm.
that are easy to deny. This is life.